Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing video, and today we have a very special episode for you guys. We have Dokkan Battle Collab figures, that's right. Both of our boys here, we will be, I don't know, I haven't decided. You'll know by the thumbnail, though, if we're opening both or one. I think we are going to open both in this video. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? No, we'll save it for two. The other figure that we will be opening in another video, that is the Champion Prize Banpresto World Figure Coliseum Broly, which also is another fantastic figure. But again, we will be saving him for another video. But as these guys come wrapped from Tokyo Otaku Mode like this, I figure I might as well show you it so then you have an idea of what's coming up next on the channel, or coming soon, I guess. You know, it's like the previews, or it's like, you know, when you're a kid. If, wow, some of you watching this might not even know what a VHS is. Maybe I'm just old. But no, you know, that coming soon to own on DVD and video. That's what you're getting here. Today, we'll be taking a look at the Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku, and then next time we will be taking a look. Oh, my box. Bro, what happened to my mans? And then next time we will be taking a look at the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. I figured we do it that way because we did the other Dokkan Battle figures that way, so I might as well make two videos out of it. Why not? And then we will eventually take a look at Broly. That's a fantastic figure, by the way. I know it looks kind of just like a generic Broly, but trust me, bro. Trust me. Anyway, let's start out with our first figure of the set, the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Collab Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Now, this figure is kind of interesting, because in terms of Dokkan Battle figures, we've had the Super Saiyan 4s, we've now had the newest ones are the Gogeta and Vegito anniversary figures, as well as the WCF figures, and then we also had an Ichiban Kuji set based off of a bunch of Dokkan characters, which didn't turn out that good. And we had these. Very strange that they decided to make these, I will admit. These figures, the Goku and Vegeta, I'm sorry, I keep adjusting the camera there, I'm trying to get it centered, there we go, were made to, I guess, technically commemorate the Dokkan Awakening of these particular units. Kind of still just weird. I assume they just wanted to make a Dokkan collab figure, but obviously this is the unfeatured AGL Super Saiyan 2 Goku and the unfeatured STR Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta. And around the time I think that these guys got a Dokkan Awakening, or I think the Battlefield ones might have gotten a Dokkan Awakening when these guys came out. I don't particularly remember, but it was one of those. They decided to make figures based off of these. Now, as much as I think that is an odd thing, because of course, so far we've literally only had figures for special occasions, like anniversaries, and, well, the Kuji is just kind of its own thing, but this is super cool because we don't often get Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta figures. Obviously, this is technically Majin Vegeta, but nonetheless, though, thank you, Vegeta. We don't really get them too often, so it is always nice of a change of a pace when it happens. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief, in recent time I don't remember ever getting a Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Majin Vegeta is a lot more common of a figure, but even so, even when he is the figure that is a part of something, he's never really displayed with the electricity like he should be, right? So it's really cool that this Dokkan collab figure was kind of able to give us that here, because obviously the electricity is displayed on the card art, right? Alright, so let's pull it out of the box. Kind of a shame that mine is a little bit damaged, but that's okay. By the way, I know that we have all our stuff falling over here. I swear, I need to do something about this little section over here, because Vegeta always falls. And so does the other little box there. Anyway, let's cut this bad boy open real quick. Look, he literally He literally fell again. We're going to leave him there, though. I'll figure out a different setup, I think, going forward. I do want to change the background for something in the future. Whoa! Okay, so I did not actually know about this. So, that... Oh! That is sick, bro. Okay, we'll take a look at everything. Because this is a particularly interesting figure. Bro, look at this base. This is awesome. This feels more like a special occasion type of thing. That is so dope. We have the Dokkan Battle logo. Obviously, what they do is they'll raise it on the back side, so then it will give it that nice look, but still keep the base flat on the front. Very, very cool. I am a huge fan of that. That is so cool. Alright. Moving on from that. Yeah, because, I don't think any other Dokkan figures so far has gotten that treatment. I can't say for the Kuji figures because I have not actually bought any. I told myself I was going to collect every Dokkan figure, and then when I saw the Kuji figures, I was like, well, that's out of the question because they're terrible. So, let me put this guy before we look at his face. We'll kind of keep it a secret. So, I don't know. I will maybe pick up one because I think the Rosé looks alright, but the rest of them look kind of stinky, which is really unfortunate, to be honest. By the way, in here we do have all of the electric lightning pieces, or whatever you want to call them. We also have the halo. Interesting for the halo, this time, they decided to go with a solid yellow plastic, rather than a clear one like they did with the Legends collab Super Saiyan Gogeta figure. Because I think that halo was really well done in terms of like the plastic. But I think that they definitely took inspiration from that figure when making this one, because they did the same thing where it plugs into the back of Goku's head. Alright, so let's see here. So, let's take a look at the face. Wow! That is an amazing expression. Look at the detail on that. Holy cow. Let's take another look at the box. That is like almost spot on. He almost looks more angry on the actual figure. I'm not gonna lie. I will say, I do think that the image on the box is maybe a little bit closer to the original, like, image, like the original card art. But I do think that I almost like this expression more because it's a lot more angry. Very, very cool. They also do give us instructions for the lightning, so we'll go through that in a second. But let's put my man together. This guy looks really, really good. I really, really like as well, too. Nice. That fits very nicely. It looks like the gi just transfers into the belt there. I really, really like as well the Super Saiyan 2 hair. They got it really well because obviously it's a little bit different than normal Super Saiyan hair because of course it is a lot more spiky. Look at all the holes on my man. Alright, so let's take a look at the instructions here. These pieces do seem to be labeled. So let's get Goku's back. Okay. Alright, so I assume these have numbers on them? Is that how I figure this out? Or am I literally supposed to do it by shape? Because if that's the case, that is a very interesting decision. I literally think you're supposed to match the shape. Okay, interesting. So this one goes in here. Let's see. Yeah, I guess you just match the shape. That's definitely an odd way to do it. Though I will say... ooh, we can't really put this figure down either, because then the pieces will be knocked around. I will say though, I guess it would look kind of jarring, if they decided to like put a number somewhere on here. I suppose they could have done it kind of small, but it still looks really weird. Also, the thing is, like, if you flip it, it doesn't look the same as, it doesn't look the same as the other way. Let's see. So this should go here. This is a very interesting way of engineering this figure. Ooh, okay. So I don't know how I feel about this one. This is a very interesting way of putting it in there. Is that supposed to be how that is? It looks like it. Interesting. Alright, well, I guess that's just kind of going to sit there. I suppose these are pretty delicate because they're just kind of like being stuck in there. Let's also like bend the box a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's get our next piece. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they could have maybe done this a better way. Granted, again, I don't know. Maybe I should just kind of take it at face value because I can't imagine how ugly it would have looked if they would have had numbers on here. But to be fair, right, I suppose if they would have... Ooh, this is a tight fit. Interesting. I suppose if they would have put them on the back side, it wouldn't have been so bad. They wouldn't have looked like goofy, you know. This is very interesting. I know maybe this could be a part that we could skip, but I like to show this because this just kind of shows like everything that goes into the figure, right? This should just slide in, right? This one, it's a little bit hard to do because I did them out of order. I'm sure that if you, there we go, slides right in there. I'm sure if you actually do it in order as intended, right, it makes a little bit more sense, like putting them in, so then you're not like moving your fingers around, right, to try and make sure that you're getting it right. Okay, I will say the only one that I don't like how it's put in is, funny enough, the first one. Ow, that's so pointy. This one is still kind of eh. I guess it's maybe so that you could move it, but just the way that they designed the hole for it. Oh no, wait, there we go. Now pressed in there. Okay, so I think everything should be good. Let's take a look. Wow, that actually looks really, really cool. Okay, and then obviously the halo, right? There is a little tiny hole on the back of his head. They definitely stole this from the Gogeta, which is fine because the Gogeta did, I think it looked really good. You just stick this in here, unless I'm putting it in upside down. Got to be careful not to break it though, because it is quite a small peg, and the hole is kind of small too. I say as I'm like being a little bit rough with it. There we go. Maybe. Is that in? It doesn't feel like it's in. I don't want to bend it too much and then break it either. No, that looks good. I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to play with it because then I'm going to ruin it by accident. Alright. I have to be super careful where I touch this. But that looks really, really cool, actually. Let's put this on the stand so I don't have to keep fiddling around with it here. Usually I like to kind of take a closer look at the finer details when the figure is taken apart, but we will we'll kind of move the camera to it this time because we can't really do that. Maybe, you know what I just realized too? Maybe it would have been easier to do it on the stand. Though, to be fair, I don't think we could have gotten that one in if it was on the stand. But there we go. That is the Super Saiyan 2 Goku figure. That is a absolutely stunning figure. They did a really, really good job with this guy. Again, I was kind of a little bit worried how it was going to turn out with the lightning. Here, let's snap the camera. I apologize for the snap. That's just how the tripod works. I was kind of afraid how it was going to look with the lightning. But honestly, it looks really, really good. Nice shading throughout the paint job, as you can see. The lightning actually did turn out looking really good. Goku's boots look fantastic. Look at that. I love the clear plastic that they used for it too. And again, with the halo being how they did it, just like with Gogeta, right? It looks a lot more natural on his head with it just kind of like hanging behind that hair piece, right? It fits a lot better and it looks like it's floating more so than just like a stick coming out of his head. Like if you look at it like that, right? It literally looks like my man's got the halo floating there. Very, very awesome figure. I think they did a fantastic job with this guy. Again, I was kind of questioning it when they first chose, you know, the Super Saiyan 2s, but I get it now, baby. I see it. I'm all with it. It's very, very nice. I will say the only thing I don't like is it's a little bit wobbly on the base. Obviously, it's just because, you know, it's the one peg holding him up. But I think, too, I don't want to, like, mess it up, but do those pegs reach the floor? It almost kind of feels like when I'm touching it, maybe it's just because of his weight, it's leaning forward, but it almost kind of feels like those pegs touch the ground and then kind of make it uneven. All right, so we're going to compare real quick the other Dokkan figures that we have on hand here to this guy. Already we have a clear victor here, Super Saiyan 2. Obviously, the face on this Goku is notorious for being kind of bad, especially for being an official figure. The rest of him is not bad, but honestly, it is clear that this is the winner. Though, granted, it's not really fair to compare them to, because this is an Ichiban Kuji figure, and Kuji figures are kind of known for a little bit less quality than this. Obviously, you can tell this has a lot more detail on it in shading. So I suppose then the fair comparison to this guy would more so be the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which is a Bam Presto figure. Clearly, you can see the difference even just in here with all of the detail, shading, so on and so forth, extra marks and stuff like that. I mean, as ironic as it is to say, considering the 4s are anniversary figures, I like this Super Saiyan 2 Goku better. I'm sure that the Majin Vegeta will honestly be just as good. But 100% Fiddle me impressed. I knew these guys were going to be good, especially from pictures that I've seen, but man, they really knocked it out of the park, especially compared to the 4th anniversary figures. I really do hope that Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta looks very good, because I know, unfortunately, Vegito didn't turn out so well, but hey. This Super Saiyan 2 Goku is a fantastic figure. If you're a fan of the Super Saiyan 2 form, you know it never gets some love, so now is a great time to pick up the figure and get some love of your favorite form as well. If you're a fan of Dokkan Battle, this is a fantastic figure to pick up as well. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Links in the description where you can pick this guy up. Epic2 out. Peace.